Hey guys, Tate from Florida here, down in Ellenton, Florida, and I'm at the Plantation Mansion. This was built in 1844, and just finished a tour on the inside, so it's all locked up now. I got some great pictures, but I'm gonna do a quick walk around and just point out a couple of features. The walls of this house are 2 feet thick. And also, if you notice, there's actually some trees here now. Those trees didn't used to be here. For 30 yards, 20 to 30 yards, surrounding the entire home was this, with the shells that we're walking on currently. So what they would do is at night they would go out and comb them, if you will. And in the morning they would look for footprints to see if possibly any Indians were checking the house out during the night. It is 2 stories. The bedrooms are on the top floor. They had their own garden here to grow their own herbs, if you will. This was the breezeway between the main house and the kitchen. Behind this door right here is the kitchen. As you know from history, the kitchen was always usually separate from the house to keep the heat from inside the house. So it kept the house much cooler. As back in the day, the slaves would come out of this room and they would have to whistle as they walked down what's called the whistleway up into here, and then this goes into the dining room. The reason why they had to whistle was because as long as they were whistling, they couldn't be eating any of the food. They also, to keep the dogs away from the house when they were cooking, they would make some biscuits for them out of the kitchen, and they would pop out of the kitchen here and they would throw them out into the open area here. And so the dogs would go out there and then they wouldn't bother them in the kitchen. And that was where the term hush puppy came from. And one of the main things I wanted to show you from this is this water cistern. Now, you guys know that water cisterns collect water from rain and then it goes through a filtration process. And that's what they used for... That's what they used to collect water and use for their everyday water use. So he was the closest store to this place was 230 some miles away. So they had to become very self-sufficient here. So that's why they had their herb garden and other things here. And so this particular water cistern holds 40,000 gallons. Let's take a little look down inside this. You can see the coquina shell. So they would come out here and open this and lower the bucket down, get the water that they needed, and seal it back up. And you can see this is where the water ran down off the roof and then down into. So that's the Gamble House here in Ellenton, Florida. Great piece of history.